Hey guys, I'm PM Asher,
I'm Brad Loxton.
and we're here with the trendy and Devstream. Now, I noticed there's a lot fewer of you guys. What could they all be doing today?
I don't know. What is
I don't
today?
know either. I certainly wasn't, watching something else at my computer before I came here for the
Wait, what did I
Devstream.
miss? What's going on today?
You know
Am
what's
I out,
going on
am I
today?
out of the loop?
Are you? There's no way you don't know what's going on
I
today.
don't know. This has been a very crazy.
Okay, you get 3 guesses. If you don't get it right, everyone on the stream is gonna just be really upset.
Oh shoot! Everyone's on that stream's gonna be really upset. What's going on
Everyone is
today?
gonna be really upset.
I'm gonna look
Hey,
over
Spike
here.
and
to
99,
see-
don't cheat.
Oh, is that what's today? Oh my god! It's not Blops 3. Is that not? Is that,
No.
okay. Well, Steven, see, by the way, so we have a new person playing today. Steve Collins, our lead level designer, is jumping in and being our Butters sit-in because Butters is out today. And we were having a big debate the other day about whether we should or should not get Blobs 3. And Steven, what do you think?
I'm getting it.
Steven says he's getting it. He hasn't even made that. What is going on?
Don't look.
I'm still looking.
No. Really? You don't know what's going on right now?
I'm going to probably feel really... I just got out of 3 meetings in a row for the last 3.5 hours, so maybe that is going to be obvious once you say it, and I'll remember. But right now, my brain is not like in that zone.
BlizzCon. There's the Hearthstone World Championships and the StarCraft World Championships going on right now.
See, to me, all right. My brother's at BlizzCon. I have
So you
half of
should
the
know.
people I used to work at my old studio go to BlizzCon every year. I'm sorry. No offense, Blizzard. I love your games. I don't care about BlizzCon at all.
Well,
like,
everyone
not
on
one
Twitch
bit.
does.
Okay, well, that's good. I don't know. Really?
Yeah.
That's what
There's,
everyone's
I
doing?
think there was 180,000 people watching the Hearthstone Championship when I was watching it.
Oh, that's
a minute
right, because
ago.
everyone was talking about the new cards, and we have a Hearthstone chat, and all people talking about the new
Yeah.
cards.
So you were in the chat and you didn't even.
I didn't make the connections. Yeah, nope.
Yeah.
Didn't make the connection. That's all right. We're here talking about DD2. Hearthstone can go do its own thing.
What? All right. Well, so
Phil says
I
what
think-
because he plays a lot of Hearthstone.
So as you guys know, this is our weekly dev stream. We're going to be doing contests every 10 minutes. The first one is is in 6 minutes. We're going to show you really quick the Squire boxers that you can actually win. See, they're super sexy.
Well, all right, so we should start a forum thread
On
for
a new
people to
accessory.
help us figure out new ways to talk about the Squire boxers because we always say it the same way, and I imagine most of the people that are on the stream have heard us say it the same way. So someone come up with a new, more exciting way for us to talk about these Squire boxers. I bet you everyone has them by now.
I don't think so.
No?
We give away. Let's see. There's 10 minutes in an hour. So we give away 6 a week. I don't think everyone has one yet. So yeah, they're super sexy. And
Super sexy.
they're cool. And not only that, but and I'm gonna throw this in from before. If you guys check out, and Josh will post the link in the chat. But the Sandboxer figures.
So, as funny as that is, Toner, that actually is not a bad idea. You know, hold on.
What's not
Sorry.
a bad idea?
He said we should get a pair of heart boxers and put them on our
I
heads.
told
during
you
the
they're
stream.
expensive.
I
They're
know, but
$40
we
a
should.
pair of boxers.
You know
I
what?
did order your confetti poppers on Amazon this
I
morning.
thought they were supposed to be here by today.
No, I ordered them this morning. They're on my list. I just got them.
All right, we need to find. I bet you, we could go to Walmart and get cheap heart boxers, and we could do this. Maybe that's a task.
I think you can get boxers and like paint or hearts and tape them on. But anyways, okay, cool. So yes, you can win heart boxers. We haven't given away a lot yet. And we hope you guys enjoy them. And if you guys want to see a new accessory or something different to be given away on the stream, let us know. So today, what we're going to be doing is exciting. Is Stephen Collins, who's our lead level designer, is going to be playing the Spooky event.
Say hi, Steve.
So
Hi guys.
for those of you that haven't realized it, the Spooky event was extended for 1 additional week, so you guys will get to play. He's going to show you how it's done here. Are you going to show them the secret they haven't found yet?
Nope.
No?
No,
Nope. No secret.
wait. Can't we unveil? Can that be our?
No,
big...
it's after it's gone.
They're so close.
They're so
They're
close.
So close. I've been
Finding
reading
it.
the threads. They are so close.
So they're trying. There's a detective
There's
thread
a
going.
5-page thread right now.
Trying to find the last secret.
Yeah.
Oh, you and Pickle, my goodness.
And we're removing the secret after the event, right?
One of the secrets is staying.
Okay.
One of the secrets is staying.
Is the secret that's staying the one they haven't found?
That's exactly right.
Is it staying because you're worried they aren't going to find it in time?
No, it's fun.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay.
So So yeah, so there is one secret left. So you guys, you have a long time to find it if you don't find it while the event is running, because after the event is done running, the spooky maps are going to go into free play and end game. I believe first we're going to have the maps in their normal modes, and then they're also going to show up in the incursion playlist as well, so you can play the events.
Yeah, actually, I think they were talking and working on that right now, because Tuesday's coming really fast. Did you bring a coat? I am feeling fat and sass. Yes. See, all right. Actually, we should give a something to the first person who knows that quote. Everyone's gonna know that quote. That's not fair. Someone has to know that quote. I'm waiting for the stream to catch up. Someone has to know exactly that quote.
We're gonna wait a while. So guys, we also have an art video in the corner as per usual, and this art video is exciting because it's a Scarecrow Apprentice skin, which is actually going to be our Thanksgiving skin. So we're going to be doing some stuff.
Landrian knows the quote.
So we are going to be doing some stuff for Thanksgiving, and the Scarecrow skin is going to be involved. So
we should make a Don Hertzfeldt reference in one of our skins or events. That would be a giant spoon of some sort as a weapon. That would be amazing.
Spoon's too big.
Oh, people can't hear us again. How does everyone feel about a giant spoon something or other?
So here's a serious question from Stoner, who wants to know, any word on fixing borderless window mode?
Okay. If Javier was here, Javier is one of our lead engineers, and funny enough, this problem actually gets really annoyingly tricky because it has to do with the engine level and how we're rendering and resizing window frames. And we have attempted to fix windowless mode more times than you guys have seen in our patch notes. And we keep on running into strange problems with it. We've broken a couple things and we've changed it. So it is still an active bug that's open. I know that for one patch we were like, all right, we're fixing it this time. And we fixed part of it. It's still on our list. I can't tell you exactly when it's going to be fixed. We've been just having difficulty in getting that to work properly. But it's most certainly something that is still, we just attempted to fix it not even 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago. So it's still there.
So wait, guys, did the volume just get lower or louder? Because we had Ice come in to make it louder, so hopefully he did achieve his goal.
A banana costume.
A banana costume
That's
for the Squire?
A banana costume and a giant spoon weapon would be
Spoon's too big.
amazing. And the spoon is too big. It should say that on the hand. That's the name of the weapon. The name of the weapon is spoon too big. See, now we can't unveil it because we just came up with it. And are going to do it right now. That would be amazing. And we could send anyways, I'm getting
So
off
one
topic.
banana and one spoon.
Have you never seen the Don Hertzfeldt Rejected cartoons?
But
Oh,
it's
come
a really
on.
long time ago.
Oh, it's classic.
I'm thinking when we could release them.
I don't know.
Anyways, I think
Someone's watching it Rejected right now on their second screen. You're welcome. Now you're going to have those quotes stuck in your head for like a month. It's going to be great. Cool. It's not as bad as I think I talked about this last week, and it hasn't stopped. The Spooky Scary Skeleton song is still in my head, and it was really.
From Lindarian.
Oh my god! Because is Lindarian?
I don't know if he's on right now.
Lindarian's on the thread. You're the one who started all this. You don't get a Rejected costume. There's gonna be a special thing that doesn't allow you to get it, even though you're the one who knew the reference. That song has been stuck in my head incessantly for like 2 weeks, and I finally got it out this last weekend. We were on one of our lead tech artist / VFX artist. It was a wedding this last weekend, and I finally got it out of my head. And my girlfriend just said, "Hey, remember what was that Spooky Skeleton song you had stuck in your head?" And I'm like, "No, it's back." So yeah, it doesn't go away.
He was actually saying that we should release it on the creator's birthday. I don't know when that is, but yeah, that might be.
Someone should look that up. I bet you it's on the internets.
That would be fun.
Cool. So it's definitely a little bit strange not hosting. Since I've hosted the last couple times, I feel like I keep on should I step in and do something? Should I let you run with the thing?
So moving on.
Okay.
We're going to segue into something that you guys already know. We want to share with all of you to get a closer look, which is our new monthly pet has now been live for the last couple of days, and we're going to show it to you for the first time on the stream.
Oh, Steven, you have one?
So we have him here. Yeah, the narwhal. Or the Narwagan.
Narwagan. What? Narwagan?
Narwagan. I think it's
Oh, do you have a little video thing that we're going to pop up? Or?
Okay.
I can't see the video.
I mean, it's over here.
Well, I know, but I can't. How am I supposed to? Oh, that.
Well, that was the lovely marketing image where you can see how violently happy it is, and now you can watch the video here. So yeah, it's a really cute pet.
Oh my gosh.
He has
That
some-
video cut. I haven't seen that.
He has a really fun ability, and he's available now as part of the monthly quest.
Oh my gosh. That is incredibly cool video. I like it. I like the narwhal thing because there was a guy I worked with back a number of years ago, and he had a narwhal stuffed animal, little plushies on his desk, and I didn't know what a narwhal was at the time. I'm like, why does a dolphin have a unicorn horn in its head? And then I found out that it's an actual thing. So I saw the artist come up with the idea of a narwhal pet. I'm going, yeah, that's a good idea. That's really cool. Some people will like that.
I think a lot of people like it. And so then we also, I believe, we've changed cake into turkey legs in order to.
We almost did that by accident 2 weeks ago. Were you here when that was going on?
No.
Oh man, we were about to release a patch, and we turned on the turkey cake conversion early, and it was like a day before the patch was going out, and Chris was talking about like turkey legs as I was walking by. I'm like, turkey legs aren't supposed to be in the build yet. What are you talking about? Well, no, yeah, turkey becomes cake. That's how we do the monthly. No, not yet. So yeah, now we're in Thanksgiving extravaganza with our turkey leg thing, and all the cake is now turkey legs, and that's how you get the monthly quest. We've actually some of you have seen the dialogue going on back and forth between us and you about the daily and monthly mission bugs that we've been fixing, and from what we understand, we've gotten the bug fixed where people's dailies and monthlies were wiping. So if anyone is receiving that, please report that immediately to us because we believe we've fixed that. We actually feel like we found what was causing it. We put in metrics to tell us when those things were wiping, and we've been tracking like the first hour and a half the thing was up. We saved over 300 daily quests alone from being wiped just by the change we put in, which is really good to see. And then this last Tuesday, you probably saw in the patch notes that we believe we fixed a very big problem with why people were not receiving daily missions. So we're hopeful that now we're getting those. But there's been another new bug that's propped up that, I mean, of course, this system has been very difficult for us to get stable, where some people are getting their monthly mission, but their criteria isn't present for some of the different options. Like they'll have one of the monthly mission category, but say the token thing will be blank and it'll show no progress. So if you do get that behavior, please report that. It'll be on the forums. We're watching those threads, and there's one that's already open for it now. Or through our customer support system. I believe that one of the CS reps just started an email thread with us yesterday saying that 4 or 5 people have hit it. We're downloading profiles at the moment. We're trying to identify where that may be happening because this may be something new that we caused with some of the other changes we made, or maybe something that's been showing up. So if you're infected by that issue, please let us know. 1, we'll get you fixed so that you can progress and get your awesome monthly mission pet. And 2, we're going to try to figure out what's going on and get that resolved. What's DD2 and chill?
Do you know what Netflix is?
No, I know what Netflix and chill is. People, are they actually finding success with going to a... Never mind. I'm not going to take that all the way through.
Okay, I was wondering. So we actually have a question from Neck D who says he wants to know when his server problems are going to be solved. He says that he gets kicked from the game and it doesn't allow him to reconnect when the map gets too crowded.
So, Neck D, it's difficult for me to tell you when the server problems are going to be fixed for what you're reporting because we're having difficulty figuring out what's causing those problems. We have a limited number of people that are very, very adept at doing low-level analysis of networking connection problems, and so we've been kind of walking through people that have issues one at a time. If any of you guys are active on the Steam forums, you've probably seen me and a few others talking back and forth rapidly with people that are unable to connect or getting disconnected frequently. Sometimes we find out those are internal networking problems in someone's ISP. We found some people in Europe seem to be having a lot of packet loss issues, so they end up getting disconnected randomly, and we don't really have control over that. We found some people actually have firewall or virus issues that are causing problems, and there are also maybe just legitimate technology issues that we need to fix, like the way we're doing with ports or whatnot. So it's hard for me to tell which issue you may be facing, but please start tickets about these things. I know that sometimes you may think we wouldn't want to have a dialogue going about a problem like this, we would ignore it, but we really do get down and try to digest what's happening. So please start those tickets and let us maybe get some information about your ISP and your connection setup, and we can try to figure that out. We have a lot of players, hundreds of thousands of players that have played the game without those behaviors. So it doesn't mean that there's not a problem. It's just sometimes difficult for us to figure out specifically what's going wrong so we can fix it.
Cool. So we thank all of you who are submitting information to us. It really does help solve a lot of the issues. We have a question here from Gung Ho, who it's about endgame. And he's saying that it takes him a really long time to progress from one endgame map to the other endgame map. And sometimes he can complete it hundreds of times and he's still not able to get to the next eye power level to reach the next map. And he wants to know what we're going to be doing in the future for endgame.
So let me, I think what you're saying is that you're having difficulty gaining enough gear and power in order to progress to the next stage, and so you're getting challenged. Is that summarizing it? So we, and Stephen Collins is here, he's actually involved in this strike team. We believe that there are a lot of improvements that we need to make to how you receive gear and how the stat on gear is oriented so you can find gear that is a good piece of gear that you can then use to overcome the challenges in our game. And a lot of you have heard us talk about the fact that we're dropping an inordinate amount of gear right now. The Loot Cave 2.0 event we did a while ago, which was basically to help mitigate some of the RAND issues that we have. And one of the after effects of that is also it's difficult for us to really control when players get upgrades in certain tiers of the game effectively, because you may get an upgrade with the eye power and the tier quality we want you to have, but then the stats on it may be bad. So instead we're having to kind of do a bulk approach, and that means that you could go potentially 3 or 4 maps getting hundreds of items that are difficult to sort through. Maybe you missed the upgrade in there, maybe you find the one that should have been an upgrade but its stats didn't line up quite right. We are in the process right now of taking our next steps to fix that. And can I? You know what? I'm going to do this on the stream actually.
But I actually want to ask you the first long form question.
Is it
it's
really
going
the
to
same
tail
thing?
into.
Okay,
it's going to
cool.
tail into.
So I want to talk. This is a good opportunity for us to talk about this.
So the question here is, why does there seem to be a focus on creating new maps, bosses, and themed events when a lot of core gameplay features have been unresolved issues, such as the new player level 1 to 50 progression, experience and pacing, having the ability to make custom games with level and items, and loot being overtuned to compensate for unsatisfactory drop tables?
Well, that's a phrase kind of related. The short answer to that is that we have different people on our team that work on different things, and so you may feel like new maps or themed events are coming out, but the people that are working on that content are not the same people necessarily that are working on things like progression systems or fixing those kind of loot satisfaction type loops. Those people are still at work doing those things, and you are seeing slowly some of those changes go in, and that's part of what I'm talking about right now.
Exactly.
Brett Norton, who's one of our senior designers, Dan Haddad, our creative director, Steve Collins is tangentially involved in that, Derek Stroud, one of our engineers. They have been spending months working on this stuff, and you've seen some of those stagger step improvements coming in. The big one that we're actually commits changes to the game have been going in right now that are about doing something we talked about a lot. We don't know how we're going to brand it yet, but the idea is of making a kind of smart loot system where stats have a relationship to each other. People complain right now about how you get an item that has defense power on it, and you're like, oh, this is a legendary defense power, and the next stat is hero crit. And you're like, why do I have an item with defense power and hero crit on it? Or the even crazier one where you basically get 2 build items as special stats for one item. You have an apprentice and a squire build special stat on the same item, which doesn't make any sense. So that is being fixed the new feature is being implemented right now. And the reason why I'm mentioning about it now, one thing that we're going to be doing, and Josh Isom, I don't know if he's on the stream.
He is.
He doesn't know about this yet. So surprise, Josh. I was supposed to have a meeting about it with you today, but I couldn't fit it in. We really want to mobilize the community to test some of this stuff in an environment before it goes live. This is really important for us because loot is at the core of our game, and we aren't really satisfied with where it's been. And these changes are aimed at dramatically improving that loot experience and hopefully making it so that the rewards come up in a lot better staggered fashion and we don't have to drop so much loot. That's the end result. Give you better rewards that are more focused and not having to drop so much stuff that's not rewarding to you. So those changes are happening right now. In about a week, give or take, we're going to open up threads on the forums and a couple of the social media outlets. You'll hear us now talking about the Devstream, where you can participate in a kind of beta program and play a by the way, not ready to ship, probably even more bugs than you see in the early access, like things that are not done yet, build that has this loot reorganization in it. And go from hero level 1 all the way through. Maybe we'll have some people we can import your heroes in and let you try your older, like further on heroes and play that content. And give us feedback on how well that feels before we release it in December. So please stay tuned to that, because it's both the question on the stream and the question on the paper. That's a big initiative for us right now to make the loot experience better. And we have some major changes that do that coming up really soon.
Collins, what eye power are you at?
250.
250. There's your answer. But yeah, so we actually have a lot of questions that popped up on the stream. Also, what are we working on currently? We're going to be starting the reveals very soon for what's coming out in the next patch.
That was kind of a reveal.
It's kind of a reveal, so that is one of the things we're working on. And the reason why I asked this question actually is it tails into it, is that there are a lot of the things that you guys are like, hey, are you guys working on this? The answer is yes. Yeah. We are working on it.
I'm so excited.
Pretty actively.
Yeah, I actually didn't realize that it made the cut for the milestone list, because there were a lot of things that were kind of right on the edge. And when I found out that we were able to keep it in, it was really, really exciting.
So I wanted to go through, just on that question again, the 3 things, and if we're working on them or not, and then what we're working on. So the new player level 1 through 50 progression experience / pacing.
Steven, you were in that meeting last week, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we had a big meeting about that. That is actively being worked on and improved on. Most specifically, to be more specific, 38 to 50. Or 30 whatever to 50. Basically, when you hit the end of the item curve, but you still have to grind out levels. And we think that needs to be improved.
So yeah, so that's one thing that the team is actively working on right now. Having the ability to make custom games with level and item restrictions.
We aren't currently adding an ability to add custom games in. We are trying to make the way that you approach the level and item restrictions more intelligent, but we haven't decided when we're going to work on that. That's not currently on our path.
And then the final one, which is loot being overtuned to compensate for unsatisfactory drop tables.
Yes, very much so, and very, very excited about it.
Perfect. All right, guys, so I know that a lot of you are asking questions. If we don't get to a question, please wait a couple of minutes before you ask it again. Sometimes we don't see questions that scroll through anything. So we have a question here from Thunder Rose, which I believe there's also a question. It's also the next question on the sheet here from the
I
forums.
believe that we should start having a PSA that we play during the dev streams that goes through this. That's a very common question.
So we have this question twice, so we're going to take it again now, which is there any news on the hero deck? I would love to have at least one more slot. Which is a lot nicer way of putting it than the question.
It is a nicer way of putting it. I don't have news on the hero deck yet. I know that makes a number of you guys a little bit frustrated. Like I was saying before, we feel like from the surveys that we've done, we know that people seem to like the system, but we want to make some changes that we actually just had a review sent around. Josh put together last week that went through all the survey data, trying to figure out the best decision to make with the hero deck, and we're definitely analyzing that at the moment, but it won't be in the release coming up in December, I can tell you that. I do believe it's very possible that it will make it into the next release after that, because there's been a lot of momentum internally about we feel like we're getting more clarity on exactly what to change. And our biggest challenge has been that there's been a lot of voices that come from a small number of people in the community about wanting a very specific thing, and then we have a lot of data coming from the surveys and the other connection points that seem like they want something different to change, and we don't want to do something that, because of how core the hero deck is and how players bring balance into the game and bring power into the game, we don't want to do something that really disrupts things too much. We've been very careful how we change that system. So at the moment, we're trying to fix loot as one of our big game core game initiatives, and continue the conversations on the hero deck, and then potentially make changes in that in the next milestone, the next pass.
So it's definitely something that we're continuing looking at. We're stepping forward to it. I think Josh has already shared with many of you the survey results
on
the hero deck.
Oh, good.
If not, if you ask him, he'll post them on the forum for you guys. But it is definitely, there's very mixed reactions. So we know we're gonna do something, but there's no clear winner. It's not like, hey, do you guys want a new boss? Who doesn't want a new boss? Everyone wants a new boss. It's pretty obvious there will be more bosses.
They're going to get a new boss.
So with the hero deck, that's something that often takes us longer as we kind of evaluate the different options and figure out what's the best way to go with that. So we have a question from Dynect who says that Blacksmith, our creative director, said that he was going to shave his beard and change his hair.
And it's freaky. And he did, but
It looks good.
It does look good.
It looks
but
good.
He also wears contacts now.
Yeah, and he just
It's
did a
like
full
he
transformation.
has a whole makeover. Yeah, he's actually out this afternoon, so he won't be able to join us in the stream. You guys had to put up with me all day instead. But yeah, I hopefully next Friday.
Shave and cut your
Friday.
hair.
I need to cut my hair back. This, by the way, this is because we are spending a lot of time trying to make things like loot redone. Every day I come in and need to make a appointment to get my hair cut, and I always forget until about 9 or 10 o'clock at night when I leave, and I'm like, oh crap, I've missed it again. So I've been so busy I've not had a chance to get my hair cut.
So Malenko MC wants to know if the survey was anonymous. Yes, the survey
Yes.
was anonymous.
Yeah.
That's kind of the point.
Mm-hmm.
So the survey was basically between all the people. Now, the thing is that the Hero Deck questions didn't get asked to all segments of people who took the survey as well. So.
Yep. And you made a good point. He said, how do we know that it was a whole bunch of new people that were responding to the Hero Deck? And that's actually part of the point of the survey. We have both new players and old players, and our new players are have a lot of value to us, as do our veteran players, because they can become veteran players, and they also may decide to support us with revenue. And there are also people that go in, maybe play the game a little bit differently. They might not be people that play 100 hours, but they still play it enough that we want to make sure they have a good experience. And we need to take all those different input points and balance it together when making a decision. We don't want to isolate any group of players if we can help it. And it's good for us to get those different connection points.
Mm-hmm. So actually, H.I. Bread says, I don't think anyone would have a problem moving Hero Deck for solo players. And actually, there was we asked that question exactly on the survey, and there was a very high percentage of people said that they didn't like that option. So it was the majority, actually, so they didn't like that option.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't. The one thing that's what the debate is going on about right now.
And I think
interpreting the data.
And I think some of it also has to do with if you read a lot of the reasons why people like Dungeon Defenders, they do like it because it's a co-op experience. And we've had a lot of conversations internally. Dungeon Defenders is one of those games where the memorable moments or a lot of the highlights of when you're playing or when you play with friends. Friends may be the reason you pick up the game. You can play with friends. But then the majority of time you spend playing the game is probably by yourself while you're waiting for friends. It's similar to Diablo or something. You're going to grind by yourself. Oh, all your friends are together. You're hanging out together. Hey, let's play a match or two or Dungeon Defenders and then go back. And some things like there being no Hero Deck in single player but existing in co-op might make it so people say, oh, well, you should never play co-op.
It's better
for
to
this
play
game.
single.
It's flat out better to play single player. You should never play co-op.
And we don't want to create an experience where either of those two experiences outweigh the other. We want them both to be supported.
There need to be reasons to play both of them, because people honestly do have fun playing both of them. And a lot of times when we read, not only from you guys who are in our community, but from journalists and other people playing the game, they say, hey, this is a game that's fun when you play it with friends. And we want to make sure that we don't make it no longer fun to play with friends.
I mean, all of this said, though, we are going to make changes to the Hero Deck. I don't want this to sound like, hey, Hero Deck is the way it is, live with it. I mean, we are committed to figuring out a better way for us to satisfy the requirements the Hero Deck provides and also give you guys enough flexibility that you can play the game that you want to. That's really our goal. The challenge is, how do we do that? And we've seen a lot of different ideas thrown around. We've seen some of the blanket people that just say remove it, which we probably are not going to remove the Hero Deck, but trying to find the ways to manipulate or change it so that it still serves its purpose. That's what we're trying to do right now.
Yep. I'm pro increasing slots, but we'll see.
Yeah, and we talked about that. I don't know, because I actually agree with some of the arguments in the forums where if we increase the slot by 1, that will only work until the meta grows to the point where it's 5 builds instead of 4. And if we do our jobs right, which Collins, we're going to do our jobs right? Yeah, Collins says we got it, so we're all good. If we do our jobs right, our plan is to have a very wide range of builds that provide you a whole bunch of strategic options when you're trying to both lay out your Hero Deck and decide in your moment to moment how you place towers and do abilities and things like that. So the challenge in that is, if we grow the meta and we increase it by 1, then people are going to want the 5 builders, and they're going to ask us 6 for the DPS. So I'm not exactly sure what the right answer is yet. It's tricky.
Yep.
And that's the hardest part.
So we have a question here, moving off of the hero deck from Ayasuna, who says, it's actually related to a previous question we answered, but I thought it'd be good for you to go in detail for this. So, are you going to fix the fact that sometimes when I'm an archer trying to get the poison bow, instead I'll get a bow, but with the chill turret mage weapon or fire weapon? I can't get any of the new archer weapons because of this problem replacing those weapons for other classes.
Well, when we dropped 100 pieces of loot per match, so I mean, there's a chance you can get like 7 of the bows, and maybe they'll have the. You're talking about the exact problem that we have with the way our loot stats are generated. Up until almost a week or so ago, they were all pure rand. There was a set number of stats, and the item would just roll for those stats based on its tier and its eye power range. In our developer build, that is slowly becoming not true. We're working on our version of a more intelligent loot system where stats have relationships to each other, so that if I get hero damage, stats that are related to hero type things are the ones that are going to drop by it. You're not going to get hero damage and then like defense health. If I get a huntress item, there's a subset of special stats that drop based on the type of stats that are on it, and so you would not necessarily be able to get an apprentice build by item or a build special stat on a huntress item. So we're fixing that at this moment. It's been a pretty big endeavor for us. We've been working on it for a while, and there's going to be opportunities for a select number of you to participate in kind of previewing that here very, very soon, probably the next week or so, before that goes live on our next major update that I don't think we have a name for yet.
Not yet. Let's see.
Yeah, so yes, we are definitely going to fix that because it is frustrating and it's not the best experience for you. So yeah.
So we have a question here from Psycho Kitty about the Explodinator.
I think I know that name.
There's an interesting answer to this question. It says, it disappoints me when I see the Explodinator coming instead of a different special enemy because he does not drop loot.
Yeah, wait.
Well, he does if you kill him.
Yeah, I thought I thought that bug got fixed.
He should. So if it's not working, please let us know if the bug's still in there. But I believe if the Explodinator destroys himself, then you don't get any loot. But if you kill him before he explodes, then you do get loot.
Right, but I thought there was a bug in about that, and we were going to make it even if he explodes, we were going to drop loot. Maybe I was wrong. I can't remember exactly. There were a number of issues with enemies that have different behaviors dropping too much loot in the form of like the skeleton that raises itself every time, or no loot at all based on how it got killed. Because the way our system works, whoever kills the thing, it generates loots for that person. So it's funny. What's really crazy is the Explodinator did drop loot. He just dropped it for himself. So if you were playing as the Explodinator, after you died, you would have gotten loot because you're the one who did damage to yourself. You killed yourself, and then you would have popped out a loot pinata. So there is a second person. There's another person on your server that's the Explodinator, and he got those awesome drops. And yeah, it's just a flaw in the logic that we figured out. Yeah, it's a fun bug. So we have a tendency to run into it a lot when these guys come up with crazy ideas. Like, hey, what if we did this? It's like, yeah, but the loot doesn't work that way.
So I have a question from Gilthinus who says, are there any plans to add a flat or percentage damage reduction to melee champs or gear to make them more viable for the end?
Wait, can I read that again?
Yeah, so are there any plans, well, people ask too many questions. Are there any plans to add a flat or percentage damage reduction to melee champs or gear to make them more viable for endgame players?
You know, we do want to do more to improve. I don't know if we're going to do exactly that. There have been a lot of discussions about how we make what we call DPS hero builds, things like using melee weapons or ranged weapons, more viable at endgame. The only reason that really hasn't had as much momentum as you see from like the tower side is that we find that a large number of our players seem to desire us to spend a lot of time trying to make the powers better and offer more flexibility to the towers. But I know that we did some passes on hero crit and trying to create hero crit type build options. The new weapons we added for the spooky Halloween stuff were aimed at trying to add more depth into the range and melee systems, and there's probably more stuff we can do there, especially when it comes to resistances at the end game that can allow that to work better. So I do think we're going to get to that and spend time there. It may not be as fast as you may want it to be, but that's something we're definitely still talking about.
Cool. So I think we're going to go really quickly back to our scheduled programming.
Oh no.
I know, it's hashtag stack the food. That's actually a question on here too. Well,
I wonder.
it's a lightning round question.
It's a lightning round question. I don't think that should be a lightning
Okay.
round question.
We'll pull it out of the lightning
I
round.
mean, I could just Oh, look
When-
at there's the crying face.
When will pet food stack?
When will pet food stack? You know, I don't know when we. There was a real technical reason why we had problems stacking pet food, and I cannot. I think
It was because
Part of
still
it was
took up
because-
multiple place spaces in your inventory, but we were just displaying them as stacked. And I
well,
think that caused a lot of problems.
we've tried to do stacking a couple times, and that was one of it. I believe, I remember correctly, one of the other problems is we don't have the ability to break a stack. And there was something about wanting to be able to sell chunks of pet food or other things like. And there's a whole bunch of different reasons why we're having challenges with that. I don't necessarily disagree that pet food should probably stack, or things that are of that type should stack. I can't tell you when we're going to be able to get it fixed. As some of you probably noticed, we still have a lot of tendencies to cause issues in our inventory system. For example, we added the filtering thing in. The filtering option goes behind the inventory screen, and we have to put it in front. Things like that. Actually, I was reading in James Reed's checkout a couple days ago. He was actually trying to fix that before Tuesday's hot fix. I'm not sure if it's going to get in time or not, but he's working on that. So, yeah, I mean, it's something that we definitely want to try to work on. I just don't know when it's going to get in.
We have an idea here from Pichu632 who says we should just build a refrigerator in the game. They can keep all their pet food.
A pet food refrigerator?
Yeah, it could make it more powerful the longer you keep the pet food in the refrigerator.
We have been talking about adding in a permanent inventory storage into the tavern, something that's not your inventory bags, that you also can expand and place things that you don't want to have in your inventory. So you could have maybe like this is just me being, designer Brad, not necessarily the senior producer Brad that I should be, which I sometimes be careful about doing. But if everyone remembers back on Guild Wars 2, they had they used to have, and even in Guild Wars 1, they used to have all their materials go into the bags, and they created that special materials bag that you could get different slots for, and they would just automatically go in that. It wouldn't even go in your inventory. And that was really, really super cool. I did play that a little bit, and I know Dan Hadar was a big Guild Wars fan, so there are some cool ideas there that we can mess with.
Hashtag give us fridges.
Hashtag give us fridges.
Cool. So just really quickly, you guys have been seeing Collins play with the Dark Arts Apprentice, but we want to show a video of him really quick. So this is really exciting because it is the most popular skin.
That's because it's the most badass skin.
It's because it's the
Holy
most badass
crap.
skin. I know all you guys have seen it, and many of you guys are playing with it.
We don't have a video.
Oh, we don't have a video?
No video for the Dark Arts.
Okay, that's okay.
Man.
Well, we
You
have
know what we're
this
talking
nice
about
little
today? So
image.
we showed these. I don't have them with me today. We showed them on last stream. The Sandboxer figures.
Yeah,
I personally will buy another one.
when the Dark Arts
That's the
Apprentice
Dark.
one.
I want the Dark
With the
Arts
mouth
Apprentice.
shown shut?
I-
That one?
yeah.
The hat and the-
I want the Dark Arts Apprentice Sandboxer figure. I think it would be so freaking cool.
So yeah, guys, this is just a reminder, and again, Josh is going to post a link in the threads, but I was about to mention it when we showed the Squire Boxers, but you can get your own Dungeon Defenders action figures now. If you guys want to
Oh, I should have brought 'em
from a
back in.
company called Sandboxer, and all you have to do is visit their website, and you can actually customize the character to look how you look in game, however you would like to look in game,
They're so
or would
cool.
like your action figure to look. So if you
I
want,
just ordered mine today. Actually, I was doing
oh
the.
man, you
yeah.
waited a long time.
I
You
did.
get-
It was supposed to be 1 week, and I'm like, I hope
I
the
know.
code is still good because we the devs get a special one for being a dev, and it still was good. So I
Yeah.
got mine. I
So
ordered
did
a-
you get one with the Squire with his heart boxers?
No, but I
No?
ordered a Squire and a Huntress. That's what I got.
A larger one?
The mediums. I did
The
two
mediums?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. So we have a question here from Anchor Talus who says, will the costumes ever go on sale? Probably. We are a Steam game, and stuff on Steam is well known to go on sale. So yeah, it's very likely that there will be sales in the future. All right, are you ready for some questions?
Yeah, let's do questions.
Yes? Okay, cool. All right, so we already answered the hero deck question. So can we get a hint about the Halloween map's last secret before the event ends? Collins?
I've already done a hint.
We've already
While
done a
we're
hint.
playing.
What?
You gave a hint while we were playing.
It's a super secret.
All right, so guys, if you pay attention while you're
No, don't do it again. It's too late. They
Yeah,
had to be
no,
paying
wait.
attention.
No,
It's too no more.
Not
It's
right
it.
now, but
No,
maybe,
it's too much.
Maybe in the last 20 minutes at some point
No,
you
no.
can give the hint
I
again.
agree. If you already did it and they weren't paying attention, then the mystery still stands.
So we have a question here. I'm gonna let you answer this one, Brad.
Everyone, I need to find this thread. I haven't read this thread. I imagine it's very,
Get a
yeah.
hint in the thread as well. So.
Did you? Oh.
Super secret.
Yes, the 13th Saint says, I was paying attention.
Yeah. So the question is, are you planning to improve the strategy of the game?
Dark Python is not your best friend right now.
No.
In all caps, I hate you, Collins.
That's true.
You know what? Collins drinks in that Dark Python. He's just like,
Yeah, he's
oh, so good.
Like the secret.
I'm going to
made
make
perfect.
more. So, keep it up.
So the question is, are you planning to improve the strategy of the game? At the moment, the game is too linear.
Yes, we actually, so we had a big Leeds offsite this last week on Wednesday and Thursday, kind of sitting down and looking at 2015 as a summary. We're in November. We're almost done with the year and kind of talking about 2016. And one of the exercises we went through was to help better remind ourselves what is the core of what we're making for Dungeons and Defenders 2, what's important to us. And as we broke into different groups of our different leads, designers, artists, programmers, QA, blame Collins. I like that hashtag. Blame Collins. We were talking about how Dungeons and Defenders is a lot of things, but in our opinion, at its core, it is a strategy game. And we believe that strategy is about having a lot of different decisions that you can make that can help you overcome challenges, help you deal with restrictions that are in the game to create unique and fun play experiences. So we feel like we have a lot of the tools to do that in our game, and we feel like there are some avenues in DD2 where there is a lot of really cool strategy. Some of it may be a little bit hidden because you don't really have it exposed to you very well. You don't really see good feedback to tell you, hey, these are the different things that you can try. It is our goal as a team to increase the strategic presentation of DD2 and the strategic options for players in the different ways that we can do them, whether it be using your hero in a unique way, managing your resources like mana a unique way, managing your loot and figuring out within the constraints of what you can bring into the match, how you can leverage that in unique ways, where you build towers and how you upgrade them and in what sequence. We want to really amplify that, so there's a whole bunch of different not contradictory but complementary ways that you can try different things in the game. So that is at the heart of what we're trying to do. And we, like Collins was saying earlier, we're going to do it. We got it. Yeah, we get it.
So the next question is also a fun one because you can answer it with positive.
Bob Ross is in the map. That's what it was. It wasn't that.
So this question is...
Collins, by the way, has poker face on him. He's not even shaking his head, not even a smile. I don't know what the secret is, for what it's worth, so I couldn't give you a hint if I wanted to. But
I had to tell Josh.
I know what it is. So the question is, how has progress been on fixing the issue with creep pathing? And more specifically, enemies stuck in spawn points or walking over barricades?
So... Open, honest, we haven't really had a lot of time to work on that quite yet. The person that is going to be tasked with that is actually sitting in the chair playing the game right now, Stephen Collins. Him and I actually what was it, like 2-3 weeks ago? We sat down and we did a really quick sanity check because we wanted to analyze just how bad the problem was going to be for us to tackle. And so we spent, like a half an hour, I think, kind of experimenting with different pathing behaviors to see if enemies were behaving, if the AI was behaving the way we expected it to. And we found very quickly some things that weren't the way we wanted them to be. But the challenge is that AI is the number one, or one of the number one things that the dedicated server does, what our server processes. And if we go and make changes with it without knowing specifically how we want it to behave, we could blow up our servers. They don't even oh, nice. So they don't even function. So we have it on our schedule to look on that potentially next milestone for us. Do a deep dive on the level design side to identify the behaviors that aren't working correctly right now.
Oh, man.
Did you get a legendary chest?
Yeah, that's pro skills.
Man, we need to make a Bob
He's
Ross
gonna get a build item.
version of the... What are you going to get?
I don't know.
It's going to be a super legendary chest.
Oh, that's pretty good though.
Sweet.
So anyways, getting the exact behaviors that we want to identify and fix, including the fact that enemies attempt to walk through barricades when they probably shouldn't, and then making those adjustments on the programming side in a way that doesn't cause the servers to lose their minds, and that's going to be an initiative for us very soon. But at the moment, we felt that some of the other things that we're working on, like finishing our loot system and making that work more effectively, Colin's working on some of the balance stuff for the 38 to 50 experience and trying to make that feel better has been a little more of a priority. Not much more of a priority, by the way, but a little bit more. So that's what we're doing first.
So, additionally, before the next question, we're going to go to a quick announcement. So next week,
Ross Cannonball Tower.
man, everyone just loves Bob Ross.
A Bob Ross Cannonball Tower would be amazing. Artists,
It's just
we need the afro on
cannonballs.
top instead of the plume. It's a giant afro on top of the Cannonball Tower. I love it.
So the announcement that we're making here is that we are going to be releasing a new Steam pack on sale next week. So as you guys know, we've kind of announced that we're going to be refreshing a lot of our packs often during early access.
Oh man, the
Just had the
hardcore players are
grave-
gonna be excited about
Yeah,
this.
we just had the Grave Danger costume pack, which was on sale, and now it's gone. So all of you that got the skeletons, awesome. And for every character, we
a
could do
70s
costume
a
pack.
70s costume pack.
Hold on. Stop disrupting the announcement. So,
But that
we
sounds
have a
so
new,
cool.
It does sound really cool.
They're gonna get excited. Hashtag 70s costume pack, right?
We'll see. Oh, wait, no. They
Yeah,
haven't,
wait for the
they haven't
catch
even
up.
heard it yet.
They don't even
So we're releasing a new pack. It is going to be an inventory-themed package. We're currently coming up with the name now.
When you say
Uh,
pack, what do you mean by pack? You mean
I mean that on Steam,
There you
there's
go.
a new bundle that you can purchase, like all the other packs, that will have items in it. And so this has a couple items, a lot of which you guys already have. So this is really targeted towards new players. But one thing which you guys may want a lot, which we're going to go through, the inventory pack does not stack the food. So the first thing that's in this inventory pack is 4 premium inventory bag spaces. The second thing that's in the pack is 2 hero slots.
and the third thing in the pack?
The third thing in the pack is that it increases your max bag slots by 4.
By 4.
By 4.
So if you want 4 more bag slots because you're at max 12, you can buy this pack and get 4 more.
Yep.
And the bags go with it.
Yep, and the bags come with it. So we know people have been asking for more packs, more bags. So this is a way. This is also definitely meant as an introductory pack for players, so that hey, I want a pack. I really want inventory space. I want some other thing. This is something that's really appealing. It also comes with some bonuses too. There's an exclusive title that's going to come with it, as well as 400 gems as kind of a thank you for getting the pack. So if you're a new player, you might buy a costume or so.
Why does he keep on saying, look at all those chickens? Am I missing something?
I don't know. I don't know where the chickens are.
What's the... Collins, are you playing against chickens? What chickens? This guy has some joke that I don't get.
Oh, it's probably the skulls on the Maldona's parts.
Oh, those chickens? Okay.
They're not
Oh, I know. Yeah, they're skulls. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that could be looked as chickens. Cool. So, guys, before we finish the questions, I want to make an announcement. So, there will be Extra Life this weekend. We've talked about it a lot. You've seen our bots posting about it on the forum. So, our Casters Guild
Our
and
bots?
some devs. What?
You say our bots?
Yeah, our bots. They talk to people.
On the forums?
No, on the. Sorry. On
Oh,
the, on the
I
chat.
didn't know we had forum bots.
No, we don't have forum. We should, though. That'd be really cool. They just have conversations with each other.
They could just...
So anyway,
Let's
it is
please
this
not do
weekend.
that.
I think we have a screenshot of the Extra Life website really quickly to show you guys. It's going to be a 24-hour long stream. It's going to be on November 7th. It's going to be on our channel here. It's going to be between the Caster Guild and some of the devs here, so it'll be really exciting. We'd love you guys to donate to charity for any stream that you're watching this weekend as well. So thank you guys. Our friends at Alienware are also going to be streaming DD2 this weekend as part of Extra Life. So if you don't catch our channel and you see theirs, please tune in, and whatever you do, please donate if you can.
I like Stack the Chickens. That was a good one. Someone want to know what bow you were using. He doesn't know.
Just I think it's a mythical bow.
You don't know what it
It's
is?
a first shot with the highest fire rate.
So we have a question here that's been asked a couple times, which is an interesting answer, which is from Jaws the Sea Captain. So any possibility of getting eye power requirements for public games?
Well, we could always turn it back on. So we actually had eye power requirements in for public games for a little while in the very beginning, and they didn't work so well. And the reason why is because eye power, at the moment, though it may feel like it's a representation of power on the item, it's a representation of the stats that are gonna the range of the stats that are gonna roll on the item. So eye power, and maybe we should have come up with a different name for it. I don't know, but eye power doesn't really say this item is this strong. Item power says this item will have stats that are going to roll in this range. And the reason why that's a problem is because when we put an iPower requirement in, say for we did this, and this is why it didn't work. We put an iPower requirement in for public matches, say at the free play level, to say, hey, you have this much iPower in order to play this content. Someone may have items that are below the iPower rating, but are legendaries or mythicals, and they have a lot of really cool special stats. And when you put those things together, you're able to play significantly harder content than what the iPower restriction tells you. So we needed to figure out a better way to identify a player's total power, not iPower, but total potential power to help evaluate whether they would or would not be a good fit for a particular piece of content. And with the way our special stats work, and now with Assassin, so you can put points in different things, and how that can complement special stats, there's not really a very easy way that we can find right now to not cause the exact same problem that happened again, where someone is frustrated thinking, I should be able to play this content, and I can't. So we decided to give people choice in what they play instead of restrict. We understand that it's very frustrating to be in a public game with people that are way, way below or potentially way over iPower and not be able to have any impact on that. And we do want to find better matchmaking criteria. That's maybe another way to approach it. To say, I want to play this game with only people that are at this tier, or I want to play this game with power levelers. I want to, whatever it may be. But that's still something that we're going to be doing somewhere down the line.
Cool. So now we're going to go into lightning round. We have 8 minutes left.
Ball lightning round because I'm here. Right?
So,
I don't do lightning rounds.
You need to do the real lightning round.
never do the little lightning round.
Because we have some more questions.
It's not going to happen. You should
right,
recognize that whenever we do lightning round, you're not going to get the lightning round that you want.
Would you guys add hotkeys to swap heroes? Could be the F1 to F4 keys.
Actually, I like that idea.
So yes, probably.
Maybe.
Will the 4 legendary weapons from the spooky event be in the loot tables after the event?
Yes, they should.
Will they only be on the spooky maps?
They should. What?
I'm not sure.
They should. They should. They really should. If they're not, it would be. They should only have them on the spooky maps.
Will PS4 get all the monthly pets that PC players have received? Yes.
I would think so.
Yes, they will.
One day.
Are you working towards a better split screen experience on PS4, such as fixing split screen menus like DD1, where each player has their own menu that doesn't disrupt the other player?
We don't have plans to set up. See, this is why it's a ball lightning round. We don't have plans to set up menus that are going to be on each screen because it would be really, really difficult with the way the game set up. We do want to improve the split screen experience to make it better. So that may also include shipping a blunt object with which you can beat the person next with you when they're controlling the screen. But we do need to figure out some ways to make those systems work a little faster and cleaner. Like maybe a Pong minigame while the other person's messing around in the thing or something. I don't know.
Are we getting clans guilds?
We are going to get some kind of social organization. We don't know what it's going to be called.
Will we be able to rename our heroes at a later time?
I don't know.
Are there plans for any additional enemy types in the near future?
Yes, but every time we try to do it, it gets cut off the milestone list for things that are more important. Long live they know about the...
Yeah, they know about the flying assassin.
Long live the flying assassin. Every time. I have faith that one day he will come back. He will come back. Look, Collins is nodding emphatically. Yeah. We want the flying assassin. We just can never seem to get around to finishing him because, we have stuff to do.
Can you bring the trade system faster?
No. We can.
When will we get more Ubers?
Oh, should we say? I don't feel like a dick for just saying no. We want to bring a trade system that's going to be good. We don't know when we're going to be able to do that. It's probably not as fast as you want it, which is probably yesterday.
When will we get more Ubers?
I don't know.
Yeah, don't we?
Are we doing more? I don't think we're doing. Are we doing Ubers for Carl? Collins is falling off pits. He doesn't know.
I don't think so.
Did you just give?
No.
No? Okay.
No. Hints are done.
I can't remember. There may be Ubers coming up for Carl, but I don't think so. I think we're focusing on build stuff.
Will there be an update to fit all resolutions on the screen? Currently, I have to lower the resolution before I can set it to 1440.
So you can set your resolution to whatever you want right now if you use the INI files. We have some auto detect challenges in figuring out which resolutions are supported by your monitor, which is why sometimes you see resolutions that you think that you would want to be supported not showing up on the list. But there are instructions, I think, on the forums, and if not, it's really easy to look up. There's a line in the UDK engine.ini files in your install directory, and you can just go in there and hard set your resolution, and away you go.
So the next question is, will you be releasing more purchasable bags this month? Yes. We just announced that.
Yes.
How about moving Hero Heal to another key and giving all the heroes another ability in the future?
Probably not. We already get comments that ball lightning. We probably get comments that people want more towers than hero abilities. So if we were to add anything more to a hero's kit, we would probably add more towers.
Yep. Can you add the slow strength to the ice tower stats when we hit E?
Can we?
We?
Oh,
Yes.
you mean the preview, the tower?
Yeah.
Did we just fix that? If we didn't just fix that, we really should. I don't know if we can. Sometimes we think we can do something and then we break everything, but we should do that.
Do you intend to give the elemental chaos trap a different color so we can tell easier which one another player has built?
That's
probably
not
can.
a bad idea. It would be good for us to do so. Well,
Yeah.
see, it's tricky though because we didn't want to get into the slippery slope of making every single Uber and special stat require a visual change on the item on the tower and defense because that becomes really, really difficult to support. So I don't know, but we probably should find a better way to help you differentiate between them.
Any chance of ogres getting an Xmas outfit
Betsy hats.
for Christmas?
Ogres had an Xmas outfit?
In DD1.
Oh, the DD1 like skin
Yeah.
thing. I don't know.
Maybe. Are we going to be able to reroll a pet's damage type / element? It isn't a big deal for regular pets since you can hash them to get what you want, but monthly pets are locked to whatever you happen to get.
There is an ability to re-roll a number of things on the pets. I don't remember if the damage type and element is one of them. If it's not, it may be something we can add. To be honest, though, our pet re-roll stuff has been a little bit funky, and we've broken it often, so we're a little bit hesitant to adjust it right now while we're trying to fix other things.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks guys for tuning in.
We're done?
Yeah, we're done.
Did we talk about everything?
We did. We talked about everything. Just want to remind you guys the Social Tavern is next, so please tune in. You can hear people talk about what we talked about. We're going to resume our reveals in the upcoming week. We have a lot of exciting stuff to show you. Brad hinted at some of it that we talked about today. Like we are currently working on a smart loot system to be able to drop all of the items on a loot specified towards certain groupings.
And please pay attention on the forums about an announcement sometime next week on how you can participate in kind of an early preview of that to help us better tune it. We really want to make that good.
And you can join the RPG group, which, yes, is just like an ATM machine. You can join the RPG group, the remote playtesting group.
We call it an RPG group?
Yeah, that's what they call it. So you can join the RPG group, and that will be the group of players that are actually going to participate in this in order to test it out for us. And there will be extra life this weekend, so please tune in tomorrow. You can watch Devs and the Casters Guild stream the game 24 hours. It's going to be really exciting and help out a great cause. And
Extra
finally,
Life is. I want to talk about Extra Life.
talk about
Extra Life is great, guys. I've been following it for years. It's a really, really cool opportunity for us to help a lot of people that are in need. So Josh is streaming. I think a whole bunch of people from the Casters Guild are streaming. Even if you don't want to decide to participate in D2 stream, there's a lot of other people that are streaming around this. It's an opportunity for all of us fans of games to take a moment and gather together and just show with both our attention and our wallets how much we want to help this great cause. So please, find a stream that you like, hope it's ours, and help participate in that. And thanks to Alienware for helping us along and supporting that too.
And guys, just about the spooky map hint, Collins did actually show it again after we did it. So maybe it's been shown twice. So maybe when you rewatch the video,
no more hints.
You can find the hint. But that's all we're going to give you today. And there will be a new Steam pack next week that'll let you get even more inventory space. So we're excited about that. Thanks all of you. Please tune into the Social Tavern. And have fun watching.
Steven is drinking your tears. You better get the secret soon.
And thank Collins for playing for us today, which is really awesome for him. Cheers,
Best
guys.
player ever. Best play.
Best play.